Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right, the Ah La La's in the Roadhouse on KEXP. That song Could Be You for song Strange Heat from their brand new records called Calico Review from the Golden State, California. Ah La La's, welcome to the show.
Hello. Good to be here.
Good to have you here. A favorite band of mine. I'm glad we finally got you in here.
Oh, shucks. Glad to be here.
Played Numos last night, in here this morning. Not bad.
A little worse for wear, but you know.
It's always tough for me to sort of be able to describe groups with using words and to those who have not heard of you before. But I did find this. Ah La La is a sound cultivated from the annals of California culture, the perfect mixture of the sands, the seas, the streets, and cities of the Golden State.
Sure.
That about sums it up.
Works for us, man. Yeah. You know, a lot of people have a lot of words to say about a lot of things, and those are some good ones.
Those are good words.
So what's a Calico Review? It sounds like a quarterly journal for cats or something.
That's funny. Calico, I guess. Well, Calico, as you know, is a collection of 3 separate colors that come together. Or is it 3 or 4? It's 10.
It's a lot of different colors.
They come together to kind of form one thing.
It's color scheme.
And that's kind of what this record was when we were creating it. We had a bunch of different ideas on our own, and we kind of came together and blended them together into one record. So kind of worked in that sense. Also, Calico is an old mining town in California, and just like a lot of things that we like, just sounded good.
Yeah, see, I did know that, yeah. You know, you guys kind of create a world I want to live in, you know? I mean, between the music and the imagery and the design and the stuff that you are into in your blog is kind of where I want to be. Is the Ah La La's, it's kind of like a lifestyle, right? Seems to be.
Life is a lifestyle, man.
Life is a lifestyle? Oh, God. I guess we just kind of leave it up to whatever interpretation people want to make. But, yeah,
I don't know.
Kind of do what we want to do.
Lifestyle band?
Yeah, you know, basically I want to be where you guys are at. Cause
come on over.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm a big fan of the Golden State. And, you know, in terms of, you know, you're pretty highly curated in terms of what you want to sound like, what you want to look like. Am I wrong about that? It's really hard to admit that I know, but you got, you know, I mean, I think you'd say that you're sourcing something from the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I think that we all have a history or interest in history and culture, and we all kind of tend to look back and learn from the past to influence our present.
Yeah. How about one more song? Actually, we're going to have a few more songs, but how about the next song? This is the Ah La La's. They're in the Roadhouse. The album's called Calico Review.
We're doing 200 right now? Yeah. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Ah La Las. All right. The Ah La Las in the Roadhouse.
Okay. We'll do the next track.
Ah La Las in the Roadhouse on KXP. That song warmed Kippers and 200 South La Brea. Good to have you guys here. That address, any significance to the street address?
Yeah, a lot. Spencer?
You're at, sorry.
Yeah, Spencer, I told you to be ready, Spencer.
Yeah, that address is a casting agency in Los Angeles.
Okay. And you wrote a song about it.
I did.
It's actually like a big building with a bunch of casting agencies.
It's also a Petco and a lamp
And a
spot.
lamp spot.
Nice. This is your third record, Calico Review. It's on Mexican Summer. Did you make the record yourself? Did you self-produce it? I know you worked with Nick Waterhouse in the past on the first record.
We worked with a friend of ours, Kyle Malarkey, who we had worked on the record with for about a year and a half total. He's got a really, really nice little studio. Well, not nice studio, but a secluded studio up in Topanga Canyon that we demoed the tracks at for a better part of a year, when, in between shows and tours and whatnot. And we worked with him up there. And then when we had what we felt was a strong track list, we went down to a place called Valentine Recording Studios in Los Angeles and cut the tracks there.
Yeah.
With him. So it was great working with him. He's a great facilitator of all the crazy ideas that we get and want to experiment with, and very patient guy and fun to work with.
Yeah. Well, great. As a fan, I'm happy to say you haven't changed a bit.
That's we feel we've changed, but some people say we changed too much. Some people would say we haven't changed at all. So
Yeah.
we just keep doing what we see fit.
Yeah. Let's talk about Bob Ross.
What do you want to talk about, Bob?
Well, you guys are huge fans. What's the deal with you and Bob Ross? I heard a rumor, I have no idea if it's true, that you require framed pictures of Bob Ross at all your shows.
I'd like to clarify something.
Okay.
I wouldn't say we are giant fans. I would say Spencer.
It's all Spencer.
Spencer is the giant.
I wouldn't even
Ross.
say I'm a giant fan.
Spencer,
Well,
I'm going to explain.
I'd say you're obsessed.
Let me explain to the audience. Bob Ross essentially passed away about a decade ago. He had a show on PBS called The Joy of Painting, and between the show and his sort of hairdo and his sort of Mr. Rogers charm, he's become kind of like a cult hero, kind of the internet folk hero before the internet.
True.
Yeah, we came upon a Bob Ross DVD on tour, and we started watching it, and since then we've kind of grown to love his art. And
It's very
personality.
soothing. What's the acronym? Is it ASMR or something for?
Oh yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
Well, the way he sort of talks.
The
is
way
just,
he talks, he can put you to sleep, and it's compelling.
Does anyone do an impersonation of Bob Ross? Spencer, I'm sure you have one.
I can do it.
Those are long van rides. I'm sure you do this in the van.
He used to be a drill instructor.
Yeah,
or drill sergeant.
He was in the
Drill
military,
sergeant,
Which I think the story is kind of what made it more interesting to us, and like how he's so soothing, but came from
the
such
kind
a
of
rough-
dichotomy, right? Yeah.
He said he would never yell again after being a drill instructor, and the reason he has a perm is because he couldn't afford a proper hairstyle, and people liked it so much that he kept it. But his initial intention was just to change it once he got a little money.
Yeah, it wasn't really his natural hairstyle.
I guess not. No.
Yeah.
We're trying to get an original Bob Ross. If anybody out there, be
Okay.
so kind.
Yeah. I can hear the
I'm sure he
key.
painted the Puget Sound. and things
I
like
can
that.
hear the key strokes right now across the world. It's again great to have you here. This is Ah La La's. Let's talk about, before we play the last song, Reverberation Nation, which is, or actually Reverberation Radio, which is a weekly sort of, is it a podcast? Is it on iTunes?
It's a podcast.
It's also on your website.
Yeah.
And what it is a weekly mix of fantastic music that you guys curate yourselves.
It's great.
And is that a
us
band?
Us and about 5 or 6 of our close friends.
Yeah.
It started as a radio show on KXLU in Los Angeles, and then we didn't have the time to do it, and also we got kicked off. So a couple months later, our manager said that we should probably turn it into a podcast, and that was over 4 years ago. So we've been doing it every Wednesday. Probably the most consistent thing that any of us have ever done in our lives, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's great. It's true sort of crate digging for sure. And why don't you stay here after the show, after the segment? We'll stay for another hour, and you guys can guest DJ on this show tonight.
Sounds fantastic.
Let's do
Sounds
that.
good.
Okay, let's hear one more song. This is Ah La La's in the Roadhouse on KXP.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mona Lisa smiles by the moon and checks the time on the tube. She's traveling and doing it in style. Looks like she's been doing it for a while. Is this some kind of job she learns from?
All right, Famous Phone Figure, the new single, I believe it's been pressed on at 45 by the Ah La Las from their new record. It's the third record, Calico Reviews on Mexican Summer. It was great to have you guys here.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Why don't we scoot into the studio and finish the show, and you guys can play some records.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right, this is KXP, Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered kexp.org.